Nepal College of Management हाम्रो कलेजको आदरणीय प्रिन्सिपल प्रोफेसर डाक्टर सुशील भक्त माथेमा र हाम्रा विद्यार्थीहरू वन्दना भट्टराई र प्रज्ञा श्री विश्वकर्मालाई हार्दिक स्वागत गर्दछ।
सबैभन्दा पहिला चाहिँ हजुरलाई इन्ट्रोडक्सन सेसनमा गराउँछ। सो म के सोध्न चाहन्छु भन्दाखेरि नेपाल कलेज अफ म्यानेजमेन्ट भनेको चाहिँ के हो र हाउ डु यु डिफाइन नेपाल कलेज अफ म्यानेजमेन्ट?
Thank you very much for your question. Perhaps you might have been already aware of this as a student of this college for 4 years. I'm sorry for this. Actually speaking, Nepal College of Management is a kind of trust, as I told you before. It was established in 1999. It's running about 20-21 years old. The ultimate objective of this institution is to provide a quality education, especially for those people who are financially a little bit weak. So we do have lots of scholarship and this and that. And we are affiliated with Kathmandu University, which is one of the most recognized universities in Nepal. Right now, Kathmandu University is running 2 streams, that is Bachelor's in Business Administration and Bachelor's in Hotel Management. Yes. Okay.
So my question to you is, what made you commit to work as a principal at NCM?
Sorry, I just couldn't get you.
What made you commit to work as a principal in this organization?
Yeah. So I just would like to let you know that actually I'm working with Tribhuvan University, and I served Tribhuvan University for about 36 years. Then after retirement from Tribhuvan University, I was a faculty in this college, and I don't know what the management have seen me, my potential qualities, and they really offered me to be a principal, but actually I'm not a good administrator. I prefer to be an academician as well, but the management forced me a lot. Then I decided why not to lead. Every challenge will be an opportunity, so I accepted to take a challenge. I think I'm doing best now, to my level best. Okay.
So this can be your first experience as a principal?
Yes, you're right.
So, as a principal, what were your first-hand experiences regarding the service management in this organization?
Well, when we talk about this college, as I told you, this is purely a trust. It's a non-profit organization. The objective is to provide a service, no doubt. And as a education institution, there's no question, there's no any objective of this institution only to provide quality of education. Regarding service management, I'm a bit confused about your question. Service management as a discipline or the service provided by the management to the students, but I take it as, service provided to the student by the management. Am I right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, when we talk about the service provided by this institution is, I think I have repeated so many times, we are very much focused on quality of education. We never compromise in quality of education, and I think my team, all of them are working together for this. And besides this, we do have lots of scholarship. That is also part of service. For example, if your students have scored very good marks, we do have 100%, 50% and 25% scholarship, and perhaps all of you are aware about this also. And the next thing, our scholarship is based in 2 aspects. One is your academic level, and next one is need based. We are doing this. We spend about 35 to 50 lakhs for this. And besides this, we have provided certain service under our CSR, corporate social responsibility. We spend some money for this. Perhaps you might have seen the police post outside our college. That was built by Nepal College of Management, and of course we do some contribution for the welfare of this locality as well. We also have contributed certain services at the road construction is next to outside. So especially, we can't say we provide lots of facilities, but we do whenever it is necessary.
So So as you've talked about the quality education of the college and of course the service management of the college, we would like to hear some success stories about NSM College.
Okay, yes. The same thing may repeat. As it is a non-profit oriented organization, it is service oriented organization. So when we talk about the success story of Nepal College of Management, so far I heard, I was not associated with this institution for a long time. I've just been here for about, faculty as about 6 years and principal as this is my 4th year running. So the success story, when we go out of this boundary of this Nepal College of Management, I have met so many people who are working in a very responsible post as a senior managers and as a financial analyst of a really well-known recognized organization like Dugard, Sipradi, and Prime Bank. Now HCL is almost full of these strengths of Nepal College of Management. And Cloud Factory is a really budding institution. Almost most of the students are also involved there. And further, I just would like to add something more about this. About 2 years back, before pandemic, when I was in Australia to attend one international seminar, so I met some of the students who are the products of NCM and they are really doing a good job. So I think, as I told you, Nepal College of Management is an education institution, so the success story also will be related only with equality education. And I really feel proud. At the time of admission, our quota is 120. Before there were some problems, but now since I'm here principal, I've been doing this for 120 to 120. But this year also our admission is going on. So I'm 100% confident that we'll have 120. The base is those students who have passed out from here, those students who are studying here, and they are the main source for admission here. They really recommend this college without having any hesitation. So we simply can say that we have quality education as well as service provided to the students. Yes.
As you said that every year 120 students are enrolled in this college, but there is a problem of like students dropping the college right after the admission, right? So how do you tackle with those kind of problems in this college?
Yes, that's a very good question. I should say this because the dropout rate is very high. The question is this, there are various reasons behind it. First of all, after passing +2, students are in confusions. They have a kind of dilemma. What shall I do, what I should not, where I'm supposed to study, and no. There are some out of 120 students, 5-6 students maybe of that category. And then even after getting joined here, after being a student of NCM, they would apply to go abroad. So some of the students, they really prefer to go outside. So one of the basic reasons for students dropout is this to go abroad. And the next one is it's very tough to get through the BBA in Kathmandu University. Perhaps I think I should not repeat it. All of you are very much aware that if more than 50% if there are 5 subjects, if you fail in 3 subjects, that has to be, those students should repeat it again. It's just like a course out or something like that. That's why most of these students were very weak and who thinks that I cannot read, the dropout is this. So otherwise, it's fine. But honestly, I should say, this year, we don't have dropout at all. Out of 120, we do have 118 right now, till 3rd semester from first. So we don't have any dropout. So students' maintenance is also quite in positive direction, I must say this. Not only because of my teamwork. Okay, yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yes.
So my question to you is, the pandemic, it has lasted for more than a year now. How has it impacted the overall administration in this college? How has it impacted the salaries and the students' student psychologies and teacher psychologies? And how has it affected the overall state of the college right now?
No, the effects of pandemic is not only in Nepal College of Management, not only Nepal, is internationally, globally, this concept has affected. But I must say, in context of Nepal College of Management, we don't have so much very serious negative effect, what I've seen. Because being affiliated with Kathmandu University never stopped to take exam. They have decided to take the exam and make it authorized for online education. So I think all of you know about this also. We have our students are continuing their study. So I think they are not going to lose any academic year. We are planning for this. And the next one is about economic aspect, as you have asked. We as a trust, we cannot force any students to pay the bill. We cannot force, we just can request. So we have requested to the students, and most of the students have cleared, maybe not 100%, about 20 to 30% they have cleared. So I must thank for them. And no doubt we had some, regarding financial aspects, we had some problem, but it's it's not so serious. Yes, no doubt, we became compelled to provide only 50% salary to the faculties, not for all this blue-collar staff. All the blue-collar staff, perhaps you are aware about this blue-collar staff who are working in low-level management. All of them are fully paid. And then slowly it's coming up, and now we don't have any liabilities at all. So I must say, Nepal College of Management is the one who is really affected, not so much as compared to other institutions. So we should think we are very lucky. Now we are financially, socially, and from different aspects, we are in better point.
Okay, so as we've talked about how has the pandemic hit the Nepal College of Management? Well, it's stable right now, although how are the course improvements being done? We are currently in Nepal College of Management.
No, it's like this, no. We are running all the classes through online. We recently purchased a really high-tech online system, which can easily cover about, say, 300 students. So, I think there's no any kind of disturbance so far, I think. Most of the students are really, till today, 80-90% students are attending this. So, as you asked me the question, pandemic didn't affect at all for our classes. It's going on. Till today it's going on, and maybe tomorrow is the holiday. And I think there's no any kind of disturbances regarding this. Maybe it may not be so much effective as compared to physical classes, but still it's going on. And there's no any kind of complaint from the students. Yes, some of them who are really out of Kathmandu Valley, and there's a problem of this internet, they are facing this, and we have a recording system of it also, so we can easily provide. I think, I'm not telling only as a principal, I've taken some feedback from our faculties also. I think they are also not facing that kind of serious problem, so it's going on, no problem.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, yes.
Okay, since the college, it focuses on providing very nice way of education system, right? But then what I have noticed is there might not be, due to the pandemic, there might not be provisions where which students can develop their practical skills. They have been facing online classes for more than a year now, and when it comes to communication skills, when it comes to interactive skills, there have been cases where they are not able to participate in things as much as they would have before the pandemic. So what are the strategies that college might be able to take regarding this?
Generally, your question is okay, it's fine, right? Again, no doubt. As you say that we don't have any physical interactions and this and that, and we have online education. But to some extent, some of the students have conducted various online programs to motivate the students. Like I think there was a quiz contest also, and I just don't remember. It's a kind of generation gap, something tell stylish or something like this. They are supposed to express their views in one pages. And besides this, there were some question answer programs also there. And I think perhaps you are aware or not, we had some psychology classes as well, 2 or 3 times. But now there's this, to talk about pandemic has a little bit, it's out of the scenario nowadays, because we are going to start our physical classes after TR. So what I can promise to the students that after opening of this college, physically, we'll have lots of physical interactions classes. And I must say sorry for this also, not only me, because it's a technical factor, so we cannot go beyond the worldwide scenario. But what I can promise is after physical classes, we'll have lots of, we also have planned with the help of this Students' Council, we are going to have a futsal tournament, individual talent show programs, and there are some others like tree plantation, I think. And if it allows, we're going to have a kind of blood donation program also. So I think they have submitted me an application of about 12 to 14 programs are there. So of course we'll do that.
So as we all know that KU affiliated college, we have Little Angels College, we have Kusum, and then we have Nepal College of Management. So when we talk about these three colleges, there might be competitions between these three colleges regarding admissions, regarding anything, educational competitions. So how do you step ahead and stay at the top of the competition, or how do you cope up with these kind of competitions between the colleges?
No, as you said that Kathmandu University has affiliated, there are two colleges, Little Angels and the Nepal College of Management, and because Kusum is their own colleges, so there's no question of competing with them. So when we talk about this competition, I just don't believe in competition. I always believe only in quality of education. Yes, no doubt, because as a teacher of organized behavioral science, all human beings are different from one person to another person, no doubt. This is a kind of hypothesis. So yes, maybe. I just don't want to go against any other institutions. We should always try to develop your own core competencies. For example, Kusum, maybe they have their own characteristics, and Little Angel also can have or may have different criteria or facilities. But when we talk as a principal of Nepal College of Management, the number one priority and the end of the priority is also how we can improve the quality of education. Why I am giving this? Why I am giving so much importance for this? As a professor doctor of university, I have checked so many copies. Sometimes when I check copies, it's just like a suicide mission. So it's very funny. I just would like to give you one example. When I start checking one copy, the question was related with the psychology, and the answer was, psychology is the process of understanding raw materials and machines. So how brilliant that student is, he or she can study about the psychological aspect of the machines. So they are graduated. And even though when you talk about the high level of education, I'm also one of the directors of a well-known finance company. So when I interview with them, they are graduated, specialized in finance, and very sorry to say that they don't know the difference between shareholders and debenture holders. So the products from NCM, I expect, I just want to make it sure, they are quite good enough to compete with this kind of competition. So my first priority is, if there are some students who comes to me asking for other programs and this and that, I always think twice. But when you people come to me about the education, I am always ready to there. I am always ready for whatever I can do. I am ready. But when some people come and talk with this, we have no football ground, we have no this, and I don't give so much importance because we cannot do that. It's beyond our capacity. It's not profit oriented, and the education in Nepal is becoming glamorous, and I just don't want to make it. And Nepal College of Management assure you to give a good quality education once again.
So my question to sir is,
Yes.
as we all know, alumni of any college is a very important asset to the college. So what are the strategies that this college has taken in order to interact with the alumni?
Yeah, it's a very good question, because most of the universities where I have visited, a certain part of administration is always holding by the alumni. What I have seen is my experience. But I must say very sorry in context of Nepal College of Management. The Alumni Association is a little bit passive, I must say. Because when I was recently appointed as a principal of this college, I have arranged a small get-together of the ex-students. They're so interactive, it was quite good. But after that meeting, we developed an ad hoc committee also, that is leading by our Professor Rizal, is one of the talented students of this college, no doubt to say that. But maybe all those who have passed from this college, they are quite busy with their own business. So they just became very active. So I just would like to request all these ex-students of this college, let's unite together, we can do a lot. So once again, I just would like to request to all those students who have graduated from Nepal College of Management, unite together, and let's do for the betterment of this education. Yes, it's very passive. Now I just would like to request you people to be more active. Yes, okay.
So as we are in the end of the interaction session, so what is your message to all the NCMITs who are watching you right now?
Well, a message from myself as a principal to the students, we should always focus on quality education. I might have used this word for several times, because once the students of NCM, they are not supposed to be focused in earning, they should focus in learning. This is my kind of slogan. Because once you have learned, you can easily earn, not only in terms of economic factor, but also social prestige, wherever you go. All this, if you can share your skill and knowledge. And regarding this, I just would like to add one more thing. People say there's unemployment in context of Nepal, but I'm totally against this principle. Only those students are unemployed who are not talented, who doesn't have any skill. And it's very difficult to find those persons who are talented or skilled. So only those persons are not employed, they are unemployed, who are not well educated. So my message to all these students, should be very serious about the study. You should always think about how we can enhance our internal qualities as well as external qualities, and we should always try to develop core competencies, which is not with other people. You should develop your personality to compete with others. So basically, really a message in one sentence, if I have to say, be sincere, be honest, and try to be more competent with others. And from this year also, as perhaps you know that we are going to have an admission session now. Our application last date is 27th of October. So I hope this time population will be quite big, and we will have an opportunity to select or make a good sample out of good population. So I hope you will also help for this. Okay.
Thank you, sir. It has been a very wonderful experience.
Yes, thank you very much for this wonderful interview. I'm very much always grateful. And lastly, I would like to request all of you, especially of the marketing students, bring projects. I can assure you I'm always there to support financially, physically, socially, but you should bring the black and white proposals per project. I'm always there. Okay? Yes. Thank you for this interview. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.